So, having just filmed the IR safety video with Bruce here, just one of you has on the either the Night Vision forum or on the Airgunforum.co.uk, one of you has asked me if I could, while I'm with Bruce, if we could show you how to rotate the laser splash on the LRF Laser Rangefinder from CustomRifleScopes.com. Great bit of kit, usable with the PARD 008, via the side-mounted Picatinny rails, or I like to mount one on any day scope at all via a horizontally rotated bracket, a little adapter, and you have the side-mounted LRF. Now, with that, you still end up downrange with a vertical laser splash, and I feel, and there's a few other people have already done this online and said they'll never go back to the vertical laser splash. I feel a horizontal laser splash would be better for range finding, for shooting. So people have asked me, can we include on a video how this is done? So, right, so here's Guru Bruce, who's a bit of an electronics whiz.
Okay, so this is the LE-032 rangefinder. This one's already been turned, but just to show you how to go about it. First thing is get yourself a nice little pointed tool, so you can flip off this plastic cover. The plastic cover flips off, stays on the cable. Now you need a little screwdriver, and there are 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I take them off, now when you do this the first time, these screw heads will be covered in black silicone gunk, so you'll probably need to dig some of that out before you can get at the screws.
All without deburring the heads of the screws themselves.
Oh, of course. This may be the one that's been deburred.
Fingers crossed it's not.
We're getting there, we're getting there. Come on. Sorry mate, I'm bouncing.
That's alright. Right, so you prized off the rear faceplate of the screen at the back of the laser rangefinder. You remove the gunk from the 4 screw heads.
I've now got the 4 screw heads out.
Remove the screws. And
the whole back plate, which has got the cable, the M button and the display, should come out as a single piece. Again, it has to be kind of levered out.
Obviously, if you do this, it's at your own risk, warranty-wise. But I believe the result is a much more useful laser rangefinder. Oh, let me guess, this one's not coming out.
No, I think I've probably glued it. Hold on, we'll get it though. If you can just bear with me a second, I'll get the right tool for the job.
So this is Bruce just digging out some of the silicon gunk from the screen.
There we go.
Right.
So now, complete screen module is out.
And it's still attached to the body of the rangefinder with wires. So this is the point.
Oh, I see what's happened with that now. Okay, right. What's happened there is that when I This wouldn't happen normally because this one's been modified.
I did wonder about that big alloy block there. Right, recording.
Okay, so now basically the entire back plate of the LE-032 is removed. That's the plate that's got the display, the buttons and the cable, and it's square, so you can put it like that, you can put it like that, you can put it like that, you can put it like that. You can put it any way around that you want.
Right, there's 4 ways it'll go.
So if you want the horizontal splash, you look at the front. So obviously that's going to give you a horizontal splash. That is going to give you a vertical splash.
Yep.
So if you want a horizontal splash, and with the display such that you can read it, then the display has to go in like this.
Right.
Normally the display would be like that. When you buy the LE-032, it's going to give you a vertical splash.
Yep. So you will have a rear gun sight, a front gun sight for alignment.
Normally the
and
battery hole.
and a battery compartment.
Yep.
And
the display so that you can read it.
Yep. Now Bruce has already. Here's one he did earlier. This is my laser rangefinder, and Bruce has already rotated this one. So normally it would be that way round, and you've got a rudimentary groove gun sight plus a visible red laser. And what he's done, he's taken exactly as you just saw here. He's taken off the back, rotated it round. So now when I mount this on the side of a scope or anything at all that's got a Picatinny mount on it, I'll be able to see the display upright. Say that again.
So once you basically put the display module back in the position that you want it, like that in this case. Put the 4 screws back in. I'm not going to do every one of them.
No.
Put the 4 screws back in, tighten it up, and then stick the back plate back on again. Probably a little bit of glue might be needed to get the back plate to stick.
Okay.
But other than that, that's all you have to do.
And then here you can see, I'll just switch this one on. Custom Rifle Scopes UK. It's the name, and you see the Picatinny mount. And what Bruce has done here, quite kindly, to minimise the bulk of this, he's taken off the right-angled 3D printed bracket, and he's screwed the body of the laser rangefinder directly onto the Picatinny bracket. So this is as compact as possible. And what I'll be doing soon is, let's pause this. So what I'll be doing soon on my Pard 008 LRF, which obviously, unlike this 008, will have a laser rangefinder module on the side. What I'll do soon is I'll mount this on the side of my 008 LRF, and I'll be filming through it, and you'll see the vertical laser splash of the 008 LRF, and you'll see the horizontal laser splash of the add-on LRF. Now, something very important Bruce has just mentioned, once you rotate this horizontally, you'll no longer see the vertical angle. Yeah, because that's saying, right, that's showing down 20 degrees to plus 20 degrees because it's on its side. So just completely ignore that when you've got it on its side. Ignore the angle.
And the other thing is that if you go into
a mode button,
fog, horizontal, if you go into horizontal distance mode, then it won't give you the distance reading.
So
when if you go into horizontal distance mode.
By the way, the lasers come on because that's it. It's off. It was over there. The visible laser.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry. So just to say this again,
if you do change the orientation of the display, do not have the mode set to HD or horizontal distance because it won't give you range readings. You need to be in standard mode to get it to read accurately.
And then just ignore the angle.
Ignore the angle.
Changing because it's nonsense. Because the device measuring the angle is now on its side
So,
rather
so
than
as
vertical.
I tilt it up and down like this, you can see the angle's not changing much.
If you turn it like that, the angle's changing.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the sensors are now at the right position relative to gravity. Brilliant. Thank you very much, Bruce.
No problem, man. No problem.
Right, so here we have the Airgun Technologies Vulcan 2, which I'm just been reviewing for 2 magazines. And on it I have the Discovery, the excellent, this chunky Discovery HD 34 3-18 by 50 scope. This is the first focal plane scope that I've already reviewed for Airgun World. Now on this I used the reach forward one-piece mount on the Picatinny rail, so I had a pair of single one-piece mounts free. Now to this, I mounted this in the article. I had this mounted on the right hand side, but for the purposes of this exercise and for how I'll have it in the future, I've got the single mount pointing to the left, because obviously that's downrange, that's the pointy end. This is a 3D printed clamp from ANT Supplies, and I'll put the link below. So this allows you, as long as you have a scope clamp free, this allows you to clamp your rotated LE-032 Laser Rangefinder on the side of your scope. And I've chosen to put it at the front end because with the eye relief, while my eyes back about here, having the laser rangefinder about a foot forward should help me focus on it without needing my reading glasses. Sign of getting old, eh? So I'll show you how this looks. So there it is, securely clamped in place, and obviously the rat tail switch will go probably round the back and go on to the stock at the front here somewhere. But meanwhile, this adjustable LRF Picatinny bracket attaches via the adapter, the back-to-back Picatinny 3D printed block. So now the laser rangefinder's pointing down range. So now it's pointing down range. If you imagine in use, you can be pressing the button, ranging, freezing and firing, all with the laser rangefinder side mounted and with a horizontal LRF splash downrange. So that's an example of how I'll fit this. So I'll have this single bracket side mounted on both of my rimfire rifles day scopes. So this laser rangefinder that is destined to be used on the rimfire rifles, mounted like so. And the offset, let's measure the offset for you. From the center of the scope, it's about 11 centimeters to the edge of the laser rangefinder, which in this case is a little bit projected because it's got the red aiming dot on it. But yeah, that's how I'll use it. I just wanted to finish off the rotating LRF video by showing how you can use this on a day scope. So that's how to rotate the LRF rear panel to have a horizontal laser splash, how to mount it onto your scope of your choice, your day scope, and then there'll be another video following this with the results comparing a vertical standard laser splash with a horizontal standard laser splash from this fella, and so you can make your own mind up. Hope this is useful for you.